The Arizona native has finally spoken about whether or not he will compete in the season finale in his home state of Arizona, stating that he has finally been released from all medical restrictions that were placed on his name, and that he can now move on to finish the year on a high note. If there is one driver that we have missed throughout the previous 5 races, that has to be Alex Bowman. Despite the fact that he is no longer in the running for the title, a race victory would undoubtedly be the finest outcome after such a difficult season in terms of injuries and concussion-like symptoms. How does Bowman feel about the final race in Phoenix? Hello NASCAR fam, and welcome back to NASCAR Live. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Alex Bowman had been missing for the previous 5 races due to an injury. At the Texas Motor Speedway, he has been replaced by Noah Gregson. In 8th position when the accident happened, Bowman was running. While many believe that his accident wasn't all that bad and that missing 5 weekends in a row was hardly predicted, Bowman experienced such things. In turns 3 and 4, Bowman, who was running in 8th place, suffered a right rear tire blowout, sending the back of his car into the outside wall. Even though his car was damaged, Bowman was still able to finish the race, and he later said that the collision was the toughest thing he had ever experienced. When describing the collision in the days that followed, Bowman remarked, "I'm disappointed, but know my health is the #1 priority. I am committed to follow all medical guidance to ensure I can return to competition as soon as possible." Still, the facts are what they are, and Bowman missed 5 straight racing weekends because of symptoms resembling concussions brought on by incidents at Texas Speedway up until the final race in Phoenix. Noah Gregson took over the number 48 Chevrolet to take Bowman's spot. The fact that Bowman was due to start Talladega 26 points below the playoff cut line and had already gone to the round of 12 in the NASCAR playoffs when he was injured was unquestionably a death blow to his championship host. He would have faded in that race, of course, if he had merely skipped the opening weekend at Talladega and participated in the next one in Charlotte. Bowman would have gone on to the round of 8 at that point. Still, the number of collisions with the next generation NASCAR vehicles is increasing as a result of the problem with the wrecks, which has grown to be too much of a hazard. Keep in mind that these are the brand new cars that will transform the industry and increase driver safety. Competitors claim that the next generation cars are too inflexible in collisions and subject the drivers to an excessive amount of force absorption. This is the precise reason Bowman had to miss 5 weekends in a row, despite the fact that the crash appeared to be quite minor and unimportant. It further strengthens the argument that what we saw had nothing to do with what Bowman experienced while driving the car, given that he was able to finish the race in a damaged car. Kurt Busch has missed 15 races as a result of the severe crash he experienced in the next generation vehicle. And if NASCAR wants to see more safety in the sport, it is evident that they must improve the safety of their own product. But all of that is history, and Alex Bowman will make his long-awaited comeback in the 48th Chevrolet after missing 5 straight races. The good news is that the drivers are fleeing from their vehicles without injury, despite the fact that the problem with the next generation cars is still far from resolved. It should go without saying that one significant obstacle for NASCAR to overcome with the next generation vehicles is the safety threat. The Kurt Busch crash also has a lot to say about it. Alex Bowman, a 7-time NASCAR Cup Series winner, has received medical clearance to operate the number 48 Chevrolet, according to Hendrick Motorsports' Bowman's crew. Dr. Michael Mickey Collins, the clinical director of the Sports Medicine Concussion Department at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, performed a thorough examination. "We're thrilled Alex is 100, said Jeff Andrews, president and general manager of Hendrick Motorsports, in a statement to the media regarding Bowman's return. He will get the chance to compete at his home track. He has been exceedingly disciplined throughout this process in adhering to his physician's recommendations and placing his health first. We're all forward to see Alex return and conclude 2022 with his number 48. Teammates on top of that, the driver himself, Bowman, addressed to the media about his return to his home track, saying that he is really excited for it and that he can't wait for the race to come much sooner. Thrilled to be able to tell you that I'm coming back for the last race at Phoenix. Greg and I started something there in 2016 that we never got to finish, so hopefully we can finish the job. It's been a long journey and a lot of effort, but excited to be back to 100 and be able to get back and race cars, so I hope to see you guys out there. But thank you to Ali and Hendrick Motorsports, all the doctors that have helped me, and it's going to be incredibly nice to have one final race with Greg. We'll play well the rest of the way, and perhaps we can give Greg one last victory." Bowman will receive a ton of support now that he is completely healthy ahead of the forthcoming championship race in his home county. You can be sure of that. However, it still doesn't address the issue that NASCAR created when it introduced the next generation vehicles, which we have touched about in this video. The integrity of NASCAR also appears to have been hampered by this situation. The community must deal with this issue right away, because it is something they cannot afford. The fact that they intend to add additional street races to the schedule for the 2023 season is one of the causes. Chicago's downtown area comes first. You can be sure that one of the most difficulties the NASCAR cars will face if there is tight racing on Chicago's winding streets is safety. True, there are several aerodynamic and suspension settings for various sorts of circuits. They are also made for road courses and ovals. The car's road edition will be seen on the city circuits, but if God forbid we witness a significant collision on one of these street circuits, is it a challenge NASCAR can withstand? Is NASCAR up to the task of supplying a car that won't deal the driver such a severe health blow? We may conclude that it wasn't based on the fact that Bowman lost 5 races due to a hit that appeared to be a small and one that allowed him to finish the race. This proves that the car is capable of absorbing impacts in all circumstances. Kurt Busch's crash, which caused him to miss 15 races and be eliminated entirely from the competition, comes on top of that. This was due to the fact that the car was not up to the task. In the next generation vehicles, every NASCAR participant wants a change, and just because the drivers can return to the race in the upcoming season, like Bowman and Busch, doesn't mean they should take the chance of missing so many races due to collisions that aren't meant to have that much of an impact on their bodies. Ahead of the Talladega playoff race, Joey Logano, one of the more experienced NASCAR drivers, commented about the safety risks that the new vehicles pose to the drivers. I can't say that I've ever in my professional life had the ideas that I'm having now. I've worked here for 15 years, and there have been worrying things. Apart from Logano, Chase Elliott spoke about the sport's backward direction with regard to the safety of cars, saying, "I don't feel like we should ever have been in this position to begin with. To need to go forward, we should have gone forward with a new opportunity and a new car. I've also never seen 3 drivers out at the same time, so you do get a little concerned about that. It simply astounds me that you have all these years of expertise, knowledge, racing experience, and time spent crashing these automobiles. That we may have something fresh in 2022 that offers all this technology all the time, and experience of so many simply incredibly amazing individuals in this sport, and we don't want it to go backwards," he concluded. And that ends today's episode. We sincerely hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please click on the like button and share it with your friends and family. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see even more of our incredible videos. You can also check out our other videos that have been specially selected for you. We'll catch up in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Goodbye.